Good morning, everyone. Compliments on the new year. Yeah, well, game number 4 in the group. An opportunity for us to consolidate a good position in the table, play home, usually with the intention to get the 3 points, to minimize our opponent, to try to play with our strength. Nothing special, but knowing that the 3 points to play are important for both teams, it's also an opportunity to Abidjan to try to be still alive in the group. So it's a game with a lot of things to play, very important for both teams, and probably contrary to what the fans and the people think about the game, a really difficult one against a very good opponent in a good space right now in their competition as well, with good players, well prepared. So we know it's going to be a very difficult one.
Coach, skipper, just from your end, from a player's perspective, big match happening tomorrow. Your thoughts from a player's perspective, please.
Good morning, everyone. Compliments to the new year. Yeah, the Champions League match, always tough, always difficult, but it's also a good opportunity for us, like the coaches already alluded. And it's always nice playing these type of matches at home in Orlando Stadium. It's always exciting for the players, for the fans, for the country. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and now we're just looking after the final details.
Thank you, skipper. Colleagues, it's your opportunity to ask questions. Your name as well as your publication, please. Raise of hand. Good
morning, Coach. It's Uncle from Media. You've always said that this is somewhat of an experienced team in the Champions League, or a young team. Maybe could you just talk to us about what you are learning about these group of players now that you guys have made it this far in the Champions League? And just on Stade Abidjan, what makes them so tricky, and what do you think you'll have to get right tomorrow in order to get all 3 points? Thank you.
I think I can answer both questions together. There's a relation. Both Luca, I already highlighted many times that it's the truth. We are a good team, but inexperienced in this competition, starting from the coach, not only the players. It's a new space for us, and we are competing, I think, in a really good level. And every game in this competition is an important chapter in our especially in our young players' career. Deal with this type of opponents, like Abidjan, for an example, who knows very well how to compete also in this type of games. How to reduce your possibilities in some specific scenarios. How they, for example, they dealt with us in the set pieces in the first leg in the game in Ivory Coast. We were punishing one special situation. They took their chance. They used very well. Tricky things like blockers in the set pieces, in the corners, in the free kicks. In this game, for example, the referee was not really aware. So hopefully tomorrow we can do a better job in those scenarios, so we can learn to minimize the things that the opponent can be slightly better than us. Because in the end, these type of games will be always decides in a small margin, in small details. And for example, for us, that game there, it was an opportunity to deal with these circumstances in the set pieces. Tomorrow probably is going to happen again. So if we manage to reduce the opportunities of the opponent in those free kicks, in those blocking situations in the corners, probably we will be closer to get a good result. So it's an opportunity for our players to understand, that those moments of the games, in this type of games, are really important, are relevant, and hopefully tomorrow together we can do a better job in those scenarios.
T, can I ask you to just project your voice a little, just allow the coach to listen?
All right. Joseph Sports Coach. Compliments of the new year, gentlemen. In the previous match that you played in the PSL, it was not the best, performance. It was not as flowing when you played against Magesi. How much is the difference going to be mentally now that you're playing within a CAF space against Abidjan that is not going to be letting some mistakes go unpunished? How much is it that you dealt with the players in terms of the mental strength moving from PSL to the game that you're going to play?
I'm not sure if I understood the question, but there's no difference. We play for winning every single game in the league. We're running our race. The other day we have a really complex game to play in a very difficult context, and we managed to get a good result. I'm so happy with the performance of the players in that game, because we know how difficult it is to play in those circumstances, and it's part of the whole process. Having the opportunity to compete, away games are always different than the games here in Orlando. It doesn't matter if you play PSL games or Champions League games, it's always complicated, and we are improving in those games, in those difficult contexts. And again, tomorrow another opportunity to show that we are in a good space, that the group have an opportunity to show that they are ambitious, that they want to have a good participation in this competition, not only being part of the group stage, also being ambitious to fight for being in the top 8. And tomorrow is a big opportunity for us to, like I said before, to consolidate our position in the group. And I'm sure that the attitude, the concentration, the fight is going to be there tomorrow, no doubt.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, greetings, Coach. Skipper. Jose, this is my name from Far Post. Coach, just maybe an update, in terms of injuries, fitness, and Saleng has been in and out of the team. Is he available for tomorrow?
Obviously, I'm not going to tell you 24 hours before the match who is available or who is not. First, because we still have a training session in 30 minutes. So once we finish the training, we will know who is available and who is not. And I think that you will probably understand that I'm not going to say anything about who's going to be in the 20 or in the Stade 11 or who is not going to be tomorrow, because those small things are also playing the game. For our opponent, I would like to know who's going to play in our opponent as well, but probably I'm not going to have access to that information, so I'm not going to tell you who is in or who is out. I'm sure that you can understand.
Buenos dias, Coach. Compliments of the new year, Coach. I'm looking at your campaign of the CAF Champions League. You play against Belouizdad away, Al Ali here, Stade away, and playing Stade again tomorrow. I mean, when you look at the performances in all these matches, would you say that you are happy with the progression of the team's performance, or you could probably think that maybe you could still do better, to get to where you want to be, especially, if you say that you want to, raise your hand in being amongst the contenders of the Champions League title?
I think overall we must be happy. It's been a while since the team is not part of the Champions League, and it's not an easy competition, I can tell you straight. We have a difficult beginning in terms of the names of the opponents that we were facing in the first two games. An away game against CRB, hosting here Al Ali is not a minor thing, and collecting 4 points in those two games, and the way that we did it, I think it's something to feel proud of, to capitalize for the future. There's always a space to do the things better. We play in really difficult conditions in Ivory Coast in terms of weather to play football, and we survived. We were looking for a better result. Probably there, I think we performed in a really good way in the first half. We couldn't replicate that performance in the second, and they came back, and we were close also, like I said before, because of these set pieces situations where those small details needs to be better controlled by us and by, well, in this case by the referees as well. But overall, I think our participation so far it's been good. In a clear, how can I put it, like progressive line. Because of what I said before, we're getting experience game after game, but at the same time having a young squad or unexperienced somehow, it's also a highly motivated squad, because like I said, we've never been before in this space, and we really want to show that we are capable to compete with each and every team in the competition.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take the last round of questions, colleagues.
Thank you, Coach. Compliments of the new year, just behind the cameras, to your right, to your other right. Yes.
I hear you.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Coach, you are left with 2 home matches, tomorrow's game and also CRB, and looking at how you've also fed against these 2 teams on the road, getting some points out of them. Do you kind of also see this as an opportunity to seal your qualification before going to Cairo against Al Ahly, and on the opposition, you also said that they are a tricky team. I think the fact that they can go to Cairo and also score 2 goals, it does point that it's a team that you should be careful of.
No, I mean, we look at the game like I said, it's just an opportunity to collect points and consolidate the position in the table. That's the game that we can play. We cannot play the other game in the group. So, group stages depends on our results and also others' results to know where we can finish in the group. But still, we are in the halfway of the group stages. Still 3 more games to play before going to Cairo. Still, we have to deal with CRB as well. So it's an opportunity for us to play home, to show to our fans that we are ambitious, that we want to do it well also in the Champions League, that we want to represent the club in a good level in the continent, and that's our commitment. Then, where are those 3 points or 1 point taking us after tomorrow's game? We don't know. We have to make sure that we deserve those 3 points tomorrow, like we did in the first leg. In the first game we played against Stade in Ivory Coast, and like you said, these are tricky team. It's a team that in a good day they can give you a lot of problems. Like I said before, in those specific situations, in set play, in transitions, they have a lot of capacity in the front players, and it's not going to be an easy one. I know that when you look at the names in the group, people who is not really watching the games will feel or think that it's going to be an easy game for us tomorrow, but I can tell you that the level in the group is really equal. I cannot tell you which of our opponents is the best one right now if we don't look at the name, if I only look about the performances. So tomorrow we have to be in our best. We have to take this game extremely serious, all of us. Hopefully the fans are coming in numbers like they did against Ali, understanding that this is a very important game for this team, and together we can do the job tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. Take the last 2 questions, Eddie. In the app, last question, then we'll close it off.
Skipper, how challenging is the timing of this game? I mean, a lot of us have to drag ourselves here because we're still in festive mode. How challenging is the timing of the game for you as players?
It's not. I think for us as players, it's not challenging at all. I mean, we are professionals. We know how to behave on and off the field, and I have to I have to be honest, we've been really lucky to have this group of players and going through this run with the discipline that we have in our camp is amazing, and I think it helps us going into such matches and when everyone is still in festive mode, But I think with this team, with this group, I mean, we are very focused on our objectives and our goals, and I think we will. I mean, we've shown before, and I think we'll go ahead and show it again in the future. I think we are prepared, we are focused, we're training well, the team is in a good space, and we're just looking forward to keep going and playing these important matches.
Maybe just to you again, just how have you dealt with this lack of game time, just for you, just personally, and also just considering how well the team is doing right now? I think you'd also just want to be on the pitch as the captain. And we've spoken just at length about it, but just how are you dealing with it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll answer the question based on the second part of your question. Yeah, the team is doing well. Obviously, all of us would like to be in the field of play and contribute and help. But at the end, only 11 players can start and only have 5 substitutions. And we respect the coach, we respect his decisions. And you speak about the captaincy, and I've always said, the team is blessed to have so many leaders and captains. And if the team is doing well, the club is thriving, then no complaints. For us is to work hard each and every day, keep our heads down and support the lads and make sure that at the end of the season we all achieve our goals and objectives. That is the most important thing.